Today, take a look at the Olight ArkPro Stars and Stripes edition. This is in cool white. That is nice looking. So definitely metallic surface, has a very nice color. It looks very reflective. I really like what they did with that. On the bottom says charge activated before first use. And this is going to have one of those fancy chargers that you always get with the Olight flashlights. So there it is right there. You can see that that is a magnetic charger, and that will just simply connect. I also appreciate they got that LED built in right there on the charger, so we can connect that guy. It'll turn red to let us know that it is charging, and eventually that will go back to green, but that is all we should need to do to activate it. Can't see we got our main instructions right here. We can just take this guy off. I always appreciate that they put all that information right on there, so we're not going to have to worry about what does this thing do. And we got a protected cover right there for our lenses. So it looks like two, but we actually have 4 lenses on here. We got the floodlight, we got the spotlight, we got a UV light, and we got a laser on there. So a lot of stuff packed into this guy, and that is just a really nice look. And you can faintly see those marked out on the flashlight itself. We got our button on the side, that is for our laser. So we can press and hold, we can click, and that will stay on. And if we have that on, we can hold the button to dim that or make it brighter. You can also see we got our battery level right there. Really love having that interface directly on the flashlight. In the center we got a button. Press that, that will turn on the flashlight, and we can see we're at a brightness level of 2 with 3 bars of charge. If we hit the button, that'll turn off. If we hit it again, it will go right back to that same setting it was at. If we press and hold, that will change the brightness level. So that was only a medium. We can go up to high, and if we double click, that'll go up to turbo. So a lot of power for a little flashlight. Click that to the right, we got our UV light. Click it to the left, and we've got our spotlight. For the spotlight, we also have 3 different levels plus turbo. For the UV light, we have 2 different levels. While it's off, if we double click, that'll go directly to turbo. If we triple click, that will go to strobe. Right now I have it on low, and we can also use the laser while that is on low. So if you need to see what you're doing, but you also want to point something out, we got that as an option. We also have moonlight mode. So for that, all we're going to do is press and hold. We have a fairly dim light. We can use that for like reading in the dark, or if we just need to have this thing on, but we don't need a lot of light. That is a great option for that. Most importantly, that can last up to 14 days. So we can just have this light on, running all the time. So maybe you just need to put this somewhere where you can find that later. We can just turn that thing on, have it running for 2 weeks straight, and not have to worry about it. We do have the option to lock it. So for example, if we're going to throw this thing into our bag and we don't have to worry about it turning on, all I got to do is, while it's off, press and hold the button for 2 seconds, and now it is locked. So now we're not going to be accidentally turning it on. If I want to turn it back on, press and hold again, and now we are back on. We are on moonlight mode. Just press and hold, and we can change the brightness level from there. Okay, so right now we are on medium. If we put that on moonlight, you can see moonlight is plenty enough in order to actually read any kind of text, anything you need to be looking at. And plus just the fact that we can set that guy up and we will not be able to miss that in the event that we're worried about losing it. So here is low, medium, high. High is definitely too bright for this space. Here we got low, medium, and high. And now we're looking down the hall. We got low, medium, and high. And turbo. So I actually got quite a bit of light out of that turbo setting. We're on medium. Can see inside that air handler, no problem. If we want to keep that up, we got high. Make it a little easier to read that nameplate. And plus just the fact that we got the utility of having that magnet on there means that if we need to, we can work with both of our hands free. So let me tell you why I'm such a huge Olight flashlight fanboy. So I've actually got a flashlight just like this one, and that is this guy right here. So this one I always keep clipped right there on my front pocket. It is always there. And as you can see, that is the exact same flashlight, just in black. I've absolutely beat this guy up. I have thrown that off of the 3rd level of the press. I've drowned it in ink, dropped it in drums, done all kinds of absolutely terrible stuff to it, and the guy is still running strong. Where most flashlights last me about a week, maybe 3 weeks max, this thing has lasted me a long time. So this flashlight is a reason that I'm an Olight fanboy, and if you want the exact same flashlight but you want that 250-year anniversary edition, that is going to be the one that you want. Because we got that magnet on there, that makes changing out these ball modules way easier. So I'm going to have to fiddle around in the dark, and just with that little flashlight being on flood mode, that puts out plenty of light, makes it very easy to see exactly what I'm doing. And we can tell that's a good UV light because it allows you to see things you do not normally see. So let's flip this guy to the right, and we can see that oil's got a dye in it, so that is making that glow. which means you can see stuff that you normally cannot see just because we got that UV light. Kind of looks like you're looking into space. But that also makes it a lot easier to identify if you actually got drips. So right here it can be difficult to tell. But with that, well, you can see we definitely got oil in there. And you can kind of see right there where the spotlight is. I was trying to point out exactly which bolt needs to be checked. That laser actually can help, because the alternative is to push the other guy out of the way and say, here, I'll do it for you. So having that flashlight can really help you out. So you can see there's one there. There's another one right there. So the laser is actually something that I wasn't thinking I was going to use a whole lot, but I end up using it all the time. So this is why I always want a zoomable flashlight. So right there, I'm trying to check the oil level on that sight glass right there. And although I can kind of see it, it's kind of hard to see. If we turn that to spotlight, that just makes that light right up. So that is why I always want to have a flashlight with a zoom. Basically, I would demand only that. The only problem with those zoom flashlights, where you can kind of push the head up and down, is that when I do inevitably get those dirty, I got to clean all that junk out, otherwise it doesn't zoom as well, or the seal goes bad and then I end up getting a bunch of ingress into the flashlight. Because this is a solid piece, that's not a problem. So I've got both my flood as well as my spotlight. So the only real moving part we have on here is this dial right here, but let's take a look at the other flashlight. We can see that it's still moving just like it's brand new. So even with all the abuse, this thing holds up to everything. So yeah, if you want the best flashlight you can get this one. If you want the best version of that flashlight, the anniversary edition, the 250 years, 1776 to 2026, this is going to be the one that you want. And I gotta say, that is a very nice looking flashlight.